Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I would like to introduce electromagnetic field theory in my channel. As a part of it, first of all, I would like to deal with vector analysis now in this session. Let me go through the explanation part of vector analysis. Hi, welcome to the session. First of all, let us have the definitions of scalar and vector. Scalar is defined as the physical quantity which has got only the magnitude but no direction, whereas vector consists of both magnitude and direction. The examples of scalar are like you can have mass, temperature, and like time. Some examples of scalar: velocity. These are the examples of vectors. Force, acceleration, etc. Next, we discuss some mathematical analysis related to the vector algebra. First, we consider the addition part. If we consider two vectors a bar and b bar, and the addition a bar plus b bar can be found out using the triangle law of vectors. Here the resultant is given by the closing side of the triangle like this, a bar plus b bar. Next we find out b bar plus a bar. For that, first let us draw the vector b bar parallel to the previous vector, and therefrom extend a bar. Now the resultant of these two vectors b bar plus a bar is given by the closing side of the triangle, and we can observe that a bar plus b bar is equal to b bar plus a bar. Hence we can say that the commutative law of addition holds good when you consider the addition of vectors. Next, let us see the subtraction of vectors. We consider an example. Here two vectors a bar and b bar. Consider a bar in this direction and b bar, and a bar minus b bar is nothing but the addition of a bar plus minus b bar. In order to find out this, first we have to extend minus b bar, which will be 180 degrees out of phase with respect to b bar. And now the addition of a bar plus minus b bar will give us the resultant A bar minus B bar as shown here. Next, we consider B bar minus A bar. For that, first let us draw the vector B bar as shown here and A bar. Draw minus A bar here and the addition of B bar and minus A bar can be found out using parallelogram law of vectors, and this is the resultant we got, which is equal to B bar minus A bar. And here we can clearly observe that A bar minus B bar is not equal to B bar minus A bar. Hence we can say that the commutative law of subtraction will not hold good for vectors. Hence we can say that the commutative law and associative law will not hold good for vector subtraction. Now let us consider the multiplication of vectors. First, let us multiply a vector A bar with a scalar quantity k, such that k into A bar, if we consider, the output will be an extended length of A bar when k is greater than 1. Next, let us consider vector multiplication. Here we operate two vectors in order to have the multiplication analysis. First one is dot product or scalar product. Dot product is also considered as scalar product. Here the output will be a scalar quantity. The next one is cross product or vector product. Here the output will be a vector quantity, I mean the resultant. First, let us understand the dot product of two vectors. For that, I consider two vectors A bar and B bar. The dot product is represented as A bar dot B bar, and it is equal to modulus of A bar into modulus of B bar multiplied by cosine of the angle between A bar and B bar. Let us consider theta as the angle between A bar and B bar. Then the dot product A bar dot B bar will be equal to A into B into cos theta, where modulus of A bar is equal to A and modulus of B bar is equal to B. And as the output here is a scalar quantity, A bar dot B bar will be equal to B bar dot A bar. Hence the commutative law holds good here. Similarly, if you consider the distributive law for three vectors A bar, B bar and C bar, such that A bar dot B bar plus C bar is equal to A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar. The distributive law also holds good here. I mean for the dot product of vectors. Now let us consider the cross product or vector product of two vectors. Consider A bar, B bar are the two vectors, then its cross product or vector product is represented as A bar cross B bar, which is given as modulus of A bar and modulus of B bar into sine of the angle between A bar and B bar multiplied by a unit vector perpendicular to the plane consisting of A bar and B bar, which is represented here as n cap. N cap is the unit vector which is perpendicular to the plane having both A bar and B bar. And the direction of this unit vector is given by right hand thumb rule. As everybody knows that right hand thumb rule is nothing but the direction of curling fingers indicate the cross product, that is from whether from A to B or B to A. Then the direction of thumb is going to give the direction of the resultant unit vector. Let us consider first, this is A bar and this is B bar, and we consider here A bar cross B bar. So if you curl the fingers in that direction, the thumb will be pointed downwards and hence the resultant will be in downward direction, that is A bar cross B bar. Now let us consider B bar cross A bar. Here we have to curl the fingers, close the fingers in the opposite direction, anti-clockwise. So obviously the thumb is going to be pointed upwards, indicating the direction of unit vector. This is B bar cross A bar. That is how. In the previous case, when you close the fingers in the clockwise direction, the thumb will be downwards. Hence, it is clearly known that A bar cross B bar is not equal to B bar cross A bar, rather it is equal to minus B bar cross A bar. And if you consider the distributive law to the cross product of three vectors in this fashion, A bar cross B bar plus C bar, we get the output as A bar cross B bar plus A bar cross C bar. Hence we say that the distributive law holds good for the vector product of two vectors. This is what the introduction that I would like to give here regarding the vector analysis. Please subscribe to my channel for getting more updates and more videos.